Hello everyone, welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. So my name is Samantha. First off, yeah, I've been harvesting here in Southeast Louisiana and it is humid, folks. But I just got off a Zoom with one of the city councilmen for Hawaii discussing all the new laws and regulations against farmers being enacted in Hawaii right now. Watch this clip.
To Samantha, who's been waiting patiently, hopefully you'll get my notice to unmute.
Yes, ma'am, I did. Hi.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, so I just have a general question. Let me see if I understand this. Farming is mainly about land, taking care of the land, and food security, correct? So making sure that in an event like COVID, people do not go without adequate food, being that the islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, we saw supply chains break down. Food security became a serious problem. So why is there such a push for an increase in regulations when there should be a reduction in regulations so that you're encouraging more young farmers, middle-aged farmers, indigenous farmers to get back into growing their own food? Like, I just feel like it's an uphill battle, and maybe I'm not understanding, but that is exactly how I'm taking it.
Yeah, thank you for that question and comment, Samantha. You know, what I will say is this. We, in response to COVID, recognize the really detrimental impact of the market inflation on farmers and the cost of their homes. And so our solution to that was to bring them into that homeowner's tax class, which has, again, the lower tax rate and the cap on assessment value. On the flip side of that, this program is costly to the county, right? It's $40 million. So we want to ensure that the program is robust and we're giving these benefits to folks that can document what they're doing. To me, that is a fair trade-off, right? That you've got to be able to show that you're providing this community contribution in order to get these tax breaks.
Okay, so let me just.
When it comes to the food security, we actually created that additional program, the Community Food Sustainability Program, to actually provide more incentives to people that weren't eligible for the non-dedicated ag program. And so that's, that is a new program that has that absolute intent to bring new people into the food production area and incentivize that by providing a tax break.
Right.
Without having to meet the criteria of the other programs.
Right. I understand what you're saying, but you're literally saying it's going to cost the county $40 million. But in reality, the county's not spending any money. So you're not spending money. You're just getting a reduction in money, which, like, fiscal spending isn't necessarily our fault. What about grants? Like, why are grants not being offered? Why are not 0% interest loans being offered? Why is none of that on the table? Why does it just feel like do this, meet these standards, and we will give you a reduction, when it should be the opposite? It should be an encouragement to get new farmers. You keep saying robust, but can you define what y'all's definition of robust is? Because in my mind, the more farmers, the less food security. So that's a robust system.
So what I mean by robust, Stephanie, is that we're all aware of folks that go ahead and they fence off 40 acres, they stick a cow on it, they say this is agriculture, I should get the tax break, and then they hold on to that property for 20 years. I literally have one of those right next to my house. And so that is the sort of thing where we don't want to provide that tax benefit to that particular individual because they're not contributing anything to our community. When I say robust, I'm talking about making sure that we at the county have the documentation we need to say this is somebody that should get the tax break. And it shouldn't be just looked at as government spending, Stephanie. When we need revenue as the county to be able to support trash, the transfer stations, wastewater, roads, all of that stuff. So when folks are given a tax break, they are actually being subsidized by the rest of the taxpayers in the county. And then we're just trying to make sure that people that have the advantage of this tax benefit are doing so in a legitimate way. And we've had a problem with that because we haven't required this upfront documentation in the past. So
okay, so I just wanted to make sure. All I'm saying is that I've never been one to punish the many for the few. And my thing is this, I mean, there's a lot of ways to make up a difference of 40 million, like possibly reducing income for city council members. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Stephanie. I did want to make one comment though, because you did.
What I just showed you guys is how to dismantle the progressive liberals' ideology of we the government control your inalienable rights. Okay, as the Constitution tells us, we have the right to pursue happiness. We have the right for liberty and life. And as you can tell, one, her definition of robust is insane. And two, she didn't know what to say when I said, well, you know what? You're not giving up money. You're simply not taking in money. Cut your salary. When I say money, cut your salary. You're a civil servant, dude. You serve me. I don't serve you. Now, guys, that entire hour and 10-minute live is on my other channel, Life with Sam in Louisiana. Go watch it. It's good stuff. You know the lady, Blossom Inner Wellness, Michelle. I'm interviewing her tomorrow here. She will also be on Maui when we are on Maui. So she also spoke at this, okay? So you need to go watch that. You need to support her and I standing up for the farmers, the little people, sustenance farmers, indigenous farmers. That's who we were fighting for, not corporate and corporations. That's ridiculous. Guys, we need your help. Anybody that sends over $100, I'm sending you a thank you bag and 6 months of our newsletter twice a month for free. So please, if you send any money, make sure I have your email address. We could really use your donations for the fire victims, folks. Time's running out. We're leaving in 3 weeks. We want to go. Blossom Inner Wellness is going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're going to be standing in the gap, giving the victims a place to come on and speak, folks. And as you can tell, I am active in my defense of people's rights and their constitutional rights. And I really hope you guys pray and see if you even have $1 that you can send to help. Now, I'm going to clip in one more very insane and disturbing clip of 2 people on a business trip in Maui being hunted up the side of Haleakala, which is on fire now. So you guys tell me what you think. God bless you guys. Love you so much. Be here tomorrow to see me and Michelle have a discussion. Love you guys.
When they were forced to hike a volcano after a masked man robbed and carjacked them at gunpoint. It happened on Maui. Alex and Justina Lucero say they were visiting a national park last month when they were stopped by a suspect and ordered to leave all their valuables and keys in their rental car and walk away. They say they complied, but then the masked gunman started following them. NewsNation's Caitlin Becker has the details, picks up the story from here. So, Caitlin, the Luceros say that the suspect essentially started hunting them.
That's exactly how they describe it, Nicole. And it really gives you the idea of just how scary things were when you hear that term hunting them. Now, the couple says that they were carjacked at gunpoint and had to run for their lives as their armed attacker pursued them. The Luceros were visiting Maui for work, but on their days off, they spent some time exploring the island. But things took a dark turn on June 4th when the couple drove down what appeared to be a closed road in their rental car and suddenly found themselves blocked by another vehicle. The couple describing the harrowing ordeal to our affiliate station, KHON2.
He jumps out and comes right at us with the gun and stops us in the middle of the street.
He had a mask like this, like a scarf. He had a hood, a sweatshirt on with all black, everything he was wearing. Leave all valuables, leave the keys.
Empty your pockets.
Empty your pockets, leave everything in the car and start walking that way now.
Now, they complied with the demands. They did exactly what they were told and then tried to head back to safety on foot. But they ended up being chased by not only the man who they say robbed them, but a whole posse of people. At one point, someone fired a gun into the air, and the Luceros made the choice to flee up Haleakala. That's an active volcano, and this was at night, and they were alone. Alex Lucero telling reporters that he believed they were going to die. Now, eventually, a park ranger rescued the pair, but that wasn't until the following day. Now, Maui police arrested a man by the name of Christopher Helmer in connection with the incident after he was allegedly spotted driving around in their rental car. Maui prosecutors saying in a statement that Helmer, quote, was implicated in multiple incidents across the island, and he remains in custody.